hot mics going.
All right.
But
Heat them up.
let's check and see if we're on here, man. But yeah, I went to a white barbecue place, man.
White people or?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
It's definitely not something I recommend. but in a pinch, it's I'm in Lake Mary, so it's like,
What's the white barbecue place in Lake Mary?
Yeah, I went to Keller's.
Keller's. Where's that?
It's, right by East Porter.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
I won't even I've been there literally maybe 60 times.
60 times?
I've had their barbecue once. The very first time I went, didn't have it again. So
wait, you've been in that plaza 60 times?
No, been to Keller's.
60 times?
Because they have one in Winter Park too. They have one in Winter Park. They have one, Altamont, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Area down on Forest City. And so yeah.
Why would you go to a place like that 60 times?
What I do is I get the fish or I get the sides, like green beans.
Oh, okay.
The collard greens I just got awful. But it's greens, like I need that, you know what I mean? And I refuse to clean greens and cook them myself.
Really?
And girl's like, you have to be in a relationship for me to cook for you, and
Really?
You're not gonna hook me like that, man. You're not gonna I can just buy Keller's green beans if I want some green beans. $3.
There's a wonderful white barbecue place I could go to. I don't need to be in a relationship with you.
Being that I'm here right now, I'ma go and get it right now, get committed right now. I'ma do some shit that's gonna uplift a bunch of people's spirit right now, help them heal it right now. I'ma get them riches right now. Work plan, manifest, be speak that shit into existence right now. Can't slow down, got the vision wrote down, cause I seen it, man, I'm on right now. Focus in the motherfuckers where I'm in the zone right now. Ain't no later, dog, it's only right now.
And it's only right now.
It creates
Right now.
no past, no future right now. All I got is right now. No past, no future right now. All I got is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. So I focus on that when I can focus on now. Pull up at a beach on the outskirts of town. Enjoy the view and give thanks to the truth. And I go hit the yo just to shut that bitch down.
And I'm high right now. So alive right now. Clear skies right now. Living my life by my own rules. I feel what I choose.
Doing now. Gonna take some work, okay? And I'm right back at it. Divine alignment, fully automatic. I don't think about it. I just watch it happen. I just move toward it and I get supported. When I try to force it, it just get distorted. So I dance with it. Crystals all in my pants with it. Healing all in my hands with it. I'm an alchemist. I'm a master. I'm a rabbi. I'm a sensei. I'm a bad guy. I'm an alien. I'm an animal. I'm a cannibal. I'm so handsome, no. Yo.
And I'm high right now. Can barely open my eyes right now.
And that money we making it. Climbing these ladders and laying foundation, that's masonry. This shit is different, cause my dreams are literally chasing me. Grateful for where life is taking me. I'm living life, that's to say the least. Only true beauty can tame the beast. Only true love can tame that beast.
Are you here with me right now? Right now. Vibe with me. Vibe with me right now. Right now, yeah.
You are back on the bench with Bubba and Pink. Bubba's enjoying some greens. getting some I don't know, vegetables in, I guess. What are vegetables good for? I don't eat them.
You need to try, man.
No. What is it? Protein you get in vegetables? What do you get in vegetables? What is the element?
I like green vegetables. They tell me it's good for you, so I believe them.
You do.
Whatever they say.
You're not sure if God exists from last week, but some random guy says, "Hey, green vegetables are good," and you're all in.
I'm so disappointed in myself the last couple of weeks playing basketball. The last couple of months, man.
Really?
So I'm trying to rededicate myself, get rid of some of these fried foods. I need to get back some of my youth, man.
You do.
I want to get back some of my youth. My shot has come back, but
let me tell you this: your youth ain't coming back. You might get some
I
extra stamina.
I need to get some stamina.
But your youth is not coming
never
back.
coming back. That's sad.
That ship has sailed.
That's sad. That is very sad. But you guys, yes, you guys are back on the bench podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We definitely appreciate you guys checking us out. We have a good show for you guys today. We got David Jolly, the viral touring comedian. Check him out on his TikTok, all that stuff. I know you in Lion. That's his tagline. He's going crazy. I actually went to go see his show last night. He's amazing. Shout out to Will Mill and his show that he does every other Tuesday downtown Orlando. We'll get you guys on the edit and we'll show you guys where you can look that stuff up at.
Is that the same location where you made your comedic debut?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Better memories last night then.
Hey, Jolly was trying to get me to go back up there again.
He couldn't convince you?
I will though.
Not last night.
I got a new bit I've been working on. So
good.
And we're just it's just gonna be a fun show, man. We're doing a lyric review of FNF. When Jolly gets in here, he texted me. He says he's running a couple minutes behind.
To the surprise of no one. Last time he came in, he blew up the entire studio with a deuce.
Maybe he's doing that at home today, and that's what's holding him back.
What a gentleman!
I'm sure our guy Ant over at ORAP appreciates that.
I appreciate it. That was a tough day.
Him taking a deuce at home instead of it here. But we're doing Steph Curry saying that his team could beat the 0-1 Lakers. He's breaking that down. We're talking about child support and new bills, all of that good stuff.
Is child support and good stuff ever in the same sentence?
It depends if you're a woman or a man.
That's true.
But I just had a couple random thoughts, man. Especially after watching Jolly last night. And I've heard him say this before, but Jolly picked up comedy in his 30s, right? He had never done it before, and he picked it up in his 30s. And we kind of touched on this before, but we didn't hit this particular topic of. I just think it's important to have your passion in your life some kind of way. You know what I mean? Like we talked about things holding you back from just plunging into your passion and doing it full time.
Yeah.
But I think at least do something part-time on the side. Like if you love to write poetry, but you're afraid to go on stage or whatever, or you just can't make the time or things like that, if you keep a journal and just write them on the side, maybe you publish it anonymously, things like that. That's just a random example. Yeah. But I just think that kind of keeps you alive in some sort of way, man. It's just do what you love to do in some sense of fashion.
That's been the story of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, no kidding aside. I mean, I work at a job as an attorney that's not the passion of my life. That doesn't get me up every day. Yeah. The coaching and doing this stuff here. This is what when I get up in the morning. If I have an opportunity to do those things, I'm through the day. I'm good. And it does. It allows you to be who you're supposed to be. Yeah. And we all. The reality is, even when you're doing something that you love doing, your life is always going to be divided into little parts, and you have to play different roles in different situations, and it could be very draining. But when you're able to tap in and commit some part of your life to doing something that you're passionate about, that fuels you. Yeah. That makes all the other stuff you have to do, all the other hats you have to wear, a little bit more, palatable.
Right.
So I'm a huge believer in that, and I'm sure you've talked to different people in your life and stuff, and they're kind of like, maybe depressed. I don't know clinically if it'd fall in a category. They're just down. They're very like, just bored and don't have a lot going on. And I, I always kind of start out with, what do you enjoy doing?
Right.
Like, what brings you joy? And a lot of times they struggle to answer. There's nothing there immediately like, oh, I like to write, or I like to, do photography, or I like to play sports. There's nothing there. And it's very sad when you talk to those people.
Yeah.
It's much different when you talk to somebody who like, hey, you meet them, in a legal field, you meet them at your bank, and like, the guy's in a band and plays a couple of gigs on the weekend, or he's working on some podcast like we are or whatever.
You know what I mean?
And it's like those people, when you start talking to them, they're always like a little better off generally.
Right.
They're positive. There's something they're looking forward to, and life is just not beating the crap out of them, for a 10 count.
And what's interesting about that is, we talked off camera, right, about me possibly being afraid of commitment, which could be true. But in my last relationship, I was in Atlanta, and I just felt so fucking terrible from day to day. Like my life was I just didn't have shit but work. And I wasn't doing the podcast. I couldn't work on my writing projects. And I just, from day to day, it was just, and I was a fucking, I'm sure I was a terror to live with, to be with, because I was just mad, angry, upset all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just sulk because something is missing. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm just a completely, different person. And she won't take me back, but that's okay. That's a joke. But yeah, man.
But
just a different person.
You bring up another point though, and I think that societally there's a lot of pressure to be in relationships, to be potentially married, but sometimes when you're committed to doing something that you're passionate about, you really don't have time or space for that.
Right.
To give it the energy that it needs to be productive, and so you could be committed to your craft, but not necessarily committed to being in a relationship. And that's why, on some level you may look at it and be like, well, if I pursue this relationship further, it's going to be at the cost of what I really want to do. And I think we as people need to be more comfortable that that's okay.
Yeah.
That it just may not be for you.
Exactly.
And if, as long as you're doing something that you're passionate about, you're motivated about, you have a chance to be great.
Yeah.
You have a chance.
I think so, man.
Yeah. There's no greatness without passion. That's 100%.
Yeah. And I guess I kind of wanted to just bring that up to say, man, yeah, no matter what you want to try, no matter what you're passionate about, I just think you should try to do it in some form of fashion on a smaller scale. Just to get your feet wet, to get into it, just try it. Who the fuck cares? Like, who cares if it's not successful? Who cares if it doesn't look like what the next person's look like? You know what I mean? You're doing it for yourself first, of course, man, and you just live with the results.
And in that lane, it's all about reps.
Yeah.
It's all about doing it. If you're a writer, your greatest thing you're going to write is not in the first 50 things you write.
No.
If you're a singer, or you play an instrument, or you play a sport, or you do this, it's not going to be good early. Yeah. And you have to be okay with that. Yeah. Eventually it gets better with experience, with repetitions. And it's a process to get good.
Yeah, and there's different avenues, different lanes. Who knows? Maybe, maybe you won't make it out to be a singer, but maybe you could be a vocal coach. Maybe you could write songs. It's just, the point is to get into it first and just work your way and and just live through your passion. There's another word I'm looking for that they always say, but yeah, just live through it, man.
For sure.
For sure. People, we do have shirts. Alrighty. On the Bench Podcast shirts, reach out to us. You can comment on YouTube. You can reach out to us on IG, social media, all of that good stuff. A lot of you guys, some of you guys who watch got my number. Maybe you blocked me. But anyway, you can reach out to us, get you a shirt. We appreciate all the support and love that we have been receiving.
Yes, sir. And we do have the ability now to send shirts if you're not in the greater Orlando area.
Yes.
You still want to support or wear the shirt. And another thing, if you buy a shirt, love to see you post a picture of it.
Yes.
Share it with
There
us.
you go. Great,
You know,
great
very,
point.
very, very happy to see the shirts out there and see people enjoying wearing them. So definitely, you know, if you buy a shirt, send us a picture with you wearing it.
Great point. I started the website. You know, I'm not the best technical sound person, so I got it's almost done, where people can order off the website.
Okay.
But for right now, we're shipping. You know, we're local, but we can ship out to you if not in the same state. So it doesn't matter, man. There's no excuses.
And
All
kid
right?
size is coming
Yes.
by special request.
By special request, for sure.
The masses have spoken, and they need kid shirts. We're a kid-friendly show. Not all of our content, but
Not
hey.
all of our content, but a lot of it, man. But a lot of it. Let's you know what? We're still waiting on Jolly, but that doesn't stop the show. Steph Curry, man. This is it. It kind of took me for a loop here because I haven't heard Curry really get into hypotheticals and the barbershop debates and things like that. He doesn't really touch this typically, but somehow he got wind and this was his statement about the Golden State Warriors versus the 0-1 Lakers team. And honestly, I'm not even sure. The Lakers team and the Bulls team come up all the time. No other teams. I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, didn't the Lakers team, didn't they literally lose one game on the way to the title?
my 76ers. Shout out to AI, man. Hey, I always say the great ones got to get you one.
A game Ty Lue remembers well.
Nightmares, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so they are one of the greatest teams in the history. And here goes Jolly calling me. Now, Jolly, you've been here 1,000 times. There's no way you don't know what this place is, man. I'm not gonna buy it. But you know, I'll tell you what. But yeah, he is. The 0-1 Lakers is one of the best teams all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also, you got the Bulls. But what do you think really about his statement there?
I don't know who would guard Shaq, but I don't know who would guard me and Clay either. Well, Kobe would guard one of you, and that would present a problem. You do have an extra guy. It's really difficult to say. What I would say is I think that with this title, Steph personally feels that he's gone up another level.
Yeah.
Whether people want to agree or where they want to put him, he feels he's gone up to another level, and I think that's why he's feeling comfortable talking about this.
Oh, there you go. That's a great point.
You know, and that's it. Like he literally has an almost unimpeachable resume right now.
Right.
And it's like, what the hell? I'll say what I want. You know, I've been holding back for years. So
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. Jolly, you are on the bench podcast. People want to know where you're at. What are are you lost?
You on the podcast right now?
Right now.
you were supposed to be on it with us.
Yeah, I know. Like I was saying, man, I feel like shit, but I'm on the way now, man. I didn't know if you could do it remotely.
We were speculating that you were taking a shit.
Nah, I ain't feel good today, man.
You
but
ain't feel
I know
good
I
today.
told him I was coming.
All right, but now we would need to know in advance to do remotely. But luckily you stay. I know you stay right around the corner, man.
Yeah.
So come on down.
All right.
All right. Jolly trying to get out of this, man.
Yeah, no, we ain't letting him.
No, we can't let him, man.
So no, I just feel like Steph's in a different place where he's comfortable talking about this. Logistically, as an actual game, I would take the Lakers.
Yeah.
I would take the Lakers. Now he's talking. Correct me though. He's talking about this Warriors team that just won.
I'm thinking he's talking about just the original Golden State team. So whether
Not
it's this
the KD years,
right, just not the KD years.
Yeah.
Whether it's this version or the first version that won the ring, I think that was 2015.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would take the Lakers if I had to. Shaq was ridiculous. I mean, he, honest to God, was ridiculous. And the Warriors, as they're constructed, have nothing for that.
I just don't think that is. I'm taking the Warriors.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm taking the Warriors.
I'm shocked. I am, like, legitimately.
Here's the thing, right? I think the Lakers team and this 01 year that they're talking about, they really struggle with smaller guards throughout the season, not just AI.
We didn't have anybody to guard him. I mean, Kobe is not great at guarding little quick guys.
No.
Derek Fisher really lacked the mobility to do it.
Yeah.
And
Tyronn Lue was their best bet. And really, Tyronn Lue was a bench player. He didn't play much.
No, he was not. I mean, make no
best.
mistake. He was a very average NBA bench player.
And that was their best option to put out there.
But that being said, the Warriors don't have that little guard.
I think Curry would present a lot of issues.
He would present issues, but he's not the type of play. Like, he's not Iverson. He's not
an
electric,
ISO
quick.
heavy.
And I think that was the bigger problem with that. You know, but if we're really going to look at it stylistically, like, again, that Laker team, they're not playing against teams that play like these Warriors do. And that's the generational thing. But, I mean, I think if you just showed up at, Rucker Park and played best of 7, I just think they just. There's
and
no
remember
answer
now
for Shaq.
that same Lakers team. I guess people will say there were some issues and things like that, but they lost to the Pistons, and the Pistons had a foundation like the Golden State Warriors have. They have a lot of similar pieces. You know what I mean? Of course,
it was an ensemble cast of guys.
Yeah.
Karl Malone getting hurt in that series really changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and again, that was Shaq and Kobe were at odds.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can talk about
and that's why. I mean, like in reality, now if we're talking the KD Warriors, I'd probably pick them not because KD's going to guard Shaq, but there's just too many options at that point.
I struggle with which Warriors team do I want to pick. Do I want this one or do I want 2015? Because you got the Harrison Barnes, of course. Andrew Wiggins is a lot better than Harrison Barnes, but this version of Klay Thompson. I want the 2015 Klay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can't, mix and match pieces there.
Yeah.
But
Well, did you also had Bogut?
Yeah.
I mean, and Bogut would matter playing Shaq, honestly.
Versus Looney and Draymond.
No, that would actually matter.
Yeah.
You had a better Iggy.
You had a better Iggy.
I mean, a viable Iggy. You had Barbosa probably.
Yeah.
Nah, I would maybe
go with that team.
The difference in the team is these Warriors, at least among the big three, have an elite mental quality that they didn't have in 2015.
Yeah.
They have the experience. They have the confidence. They have the belief. I was watching the Summer League the other day, and the assistant coach, Atkinson, who turned down the Charlotte job, he was talking about a team meeting that took place after Game 3 when the Warriors lost.
Right.
And he said that the only people that spoke were Steph, Klay, Draymond, and Kerr, and they talked absolutely matter-of-factly that they were going to win. They literally infused everybody with confidence that they're going to win. They were down 2-1, and I didn't know that they were going to win the series at that point. And he said that the belief in there, he goes, I was looking around, my jaw was on the floor, and I'm looking around, and all the other young guys are like, their jaw's on the floor. They're like, what are you guys talking about? Like,
right.
We just got beat pretty handily in Game 3 right now, and we're down. And they just believed, And that's what you can't replace, and that would be better now, but I think the roster was probably better in 2015.
Yeah, I think so. That Lakers team, it presents some problems, man, with Shaq. But you got to think about the pace of the game, how fast the Golden State Warriors will play. That could neutralize Shaq a little bit. You got they're going to put him in a lot of action, action. He's going to have to guard. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Back in that era, man, there was a big lumbering center on every team that could do nothing but play post defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mutombo could only block shots, right? So not only was he not a match for Shaq, but Shaq didn't have to do absolutely anything on the other
to
end.
guard him. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was the whole entire era back then. Was one or the other. So you had Sabonis early on in Shaq years, but Sabonis was an offensive player, not a defensive player. Then you had the only option that you really had was Hakeem Olajuwon, and you could say Shaq was a baby, but you could see when two-way player, which was it was just not that prevalent in centers in that era. It gave Shaq issues.
Yeah, well, I mean, early in his career, there was a crop of guys. When you talk about Hakeem, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, and I watched a lot of basketball. Then it was, those guys would have games, and it would Shaq would be 32, 12, and 3 blocks, and Hakeem would be 29, 14, and 5 blocks, and that would be the game.
And they were, but I still count those guys as an era before Shaq.
Before the 2001
they were veterans.
Yeah, by 2001, they were all on the downside of their career, and Shaq was.
So during Shaq's prime, they didn't have any of those type of guys.
Yeah. And it didn't matter. I mean, it didn't as a pure defensive center, Dikembe Mutombo was excellent, and Shaq humbled him in the finals.
Yeah,
it was to the extent that I felt bad for him.
It looked bad. It looked really bad.
It was worse than looking bad.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him as a man.
I did.
That's what Shaq could do.
It was absolutely no match.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how good that guy was. I mean, he's another guy in that out of generation thing, where he's just this size athleticism combination that just hasn't really happened yet.
Hasn't really come back around.
Yeah.
And I don't foresee that.
Yeah. No, not at all.
I don't foresee that, man.
Not at all.
What we can foresee, man, is this the Florida boys, man, this TBT tournament.
Florida
TNT.
Watch the game on the way in.
Yeah, man, they're continuing to win. This is the second win, right?
2 wins. They won by 60 the first game, and today was gut check game. They were up, tied at the half, and went down, I believe, 8 or maybe 9, and then rebounded to take the lead and control the Elam ending segment of the game.
They have Keith Clanton here, and he had an awesome game. He actually had a damn good tournament last season. But I feel like Chris Warren was the difference maker in this game.
Today.
Yeah,
because Chris played his best when they were down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Keith, literally, I think Keith hit his first 7 shots.
Yeah.
Before he missed, 1, and was certainly effective. But when they were down, it was really Chris Warren making plays.
Yeah.
Really responded and did a great job.
He's a pro. He's a pro's pro, man.
Oh, 100%.
He's getting up there. So a lot of guys are more athletic than him, but he's just a pro's pro. You know what I mean? He's a dog, man.
I mean, honestly, my feeling on Chris Warren is he's absolutely incredible. And if you have never stood next to him, you can't fully appreciate what he does. No, seriously. He is a small man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taller than me, but that doesn't say much.
Yeah.
And he's very slight of build.
Yeah.
And he goes at people, no matter what size they are.
No.
And
he gets it done.
What he does is incredible.
He gets it done, man.
Absolutely.
And for people that don't know, the TBT is a tournament that is hosted on ESPN. For $2 million, the winner gets
$1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, it was $2 million pre-COVID, and now it's been $1 million since COVID.
Back to $1 million?
Yeah,
you need to get it back to $2 million.
I was talking about that the other day.
Cut it down. That's a lot of money.
I mean, they cut it down for COVID, which I kind of got, but then now we're out of COVID. Get the money back up. We did it.
You have the sponsors.
We did it a few years ago when it was $2 million, and we participated. Didn't get very far, but. It seemed like a thing on the rise, and I literally thought by now it might be $3-4 million.
Exactly.
Not back at $1 million. I mean, it's like, what are we doing?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So, but yeah, shout out to those guys. They reached the Final Four, lost a very close game. They're on a mission, and it's a ton of guys here from Central Florida, basically. Yeah. And your cousin's official videographer, so whatever. But certainly wishing them the best. Enjoy them competing. And we were kind of talking off air, the TBT really likes college alumni teams. Because they have an ingrown, base of fans.
Right.
And the other thing they like is special cause teams like Challenge ALS or Sideline Cancer. They don't like Florida TNT. Florida TNT is not associated with a college. They're not there for a cause other than getting the bag, and they're just a bunch of hoopers. And they are. If you're a fan of this or you're watching this event, like, recognize these are like the old school Oakland Raiders. They're like the U at the peak of its powers.
Exactly.
If you're an outlaw, this is your team. Now let's go get to win. But yeah, and I say that not at all. I know over 60-70% of the guys on this team, and they're great dudes. It's just that they don't fall into that prepackaged thing of, we're here fighting cancer, or we're all here for the old school we all played for. They're here to win, and they're doing a great job of it. Keep it up.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, let's get to a quick song here, and link, and we'll be right back. You guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We're on all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll be right back. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? Go right here.
Drop everything, yeah, left all my things when I hit the ring, can't help but think, of you, that pretty smile, your sexy style, like Vanessa Carlton, yeah, walk 1,000 miles, for you, stay chasing you, babe, everything for you. No question about it. Need me, I'll be there, no doubt about it. I say that honestly, a sense of urgency. Tender loving, yeah, you my TLC. Yeah, always thinking about you. Girl, you know I'm always thinking about you. Girl, like Mars, catch grenades for you. Girl, you have no clue the stuff I would do for you. Drop everything. Yeah, left all my things when I hit the ring, can't help but think, of you, that pretty smile, your sexy style, like Vanessa Carlton, yeah, walk 1,000 miles, for you, stay chasing you, babe, everything for you.
You guys are back on the bench podcast. That was Abson with For You.
I enjoy his vocals.
No, Abson is really dope, man. Yeah, he's really dope. Let's see here. Don't forget about overkink.com, my very first sponsor here, overkink.com. Are you staying kinky? That is the question that you guys need to ask yourself. You guys,
have you ever stared into the bathroom mirror and asked if you're staying kinky enough? I can't say that I have.
No, man, but you guys are in these, relationships and these situationships, and things grow stale, man. So you go over to overkink.com and they have everything that you can possibly think of in order for things not to be stale, the exact opposite. And if you use promo code bubbapink, you can get it for cheap. It's just a deal that you cannot miss up, man.
You know what's great on that is, like, you think, oh, what can I get on Overkink to keep things alive? And if you just miss the mark, like, you just get something that your partner just has no interest in whatsoever.
Well, then you pack things up and you try again.
Or find a new partner.
She doesn't like the whips and chains, and you go for something else, man. Go for the body armor or something. I don't know.
Body armor.
Go for the vibrators. Maybe she's not into the dominatrix, whatever they call that stuff, man.
That's funny.
That's overkink.com. Promo code bubbapink. Let's go to one of our favorite segments here. Start a bench with Coach Pink. This is a segment where we give Pink 60 seconds to react to some of the trending topics going on in the universe. And then afterwards, we kind of judge him on his opinions, all right? So let's get that queued up here. All right. And I'm going to get my clock ready here. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast.
I love how you get the clock ready. Like there's some sort of penalty going to be assessed if I run out of time.
We need a horn. We need one of those, man.
Why don't you throw like a yellow flag and march it back 5 yards or something?
Yeah, we may need to do that, man. All right, so first one up here. Pink, we talked a little bit off air, but Russell Westbrook, man. Russell Westbrook has been in the news a lot. Of course, Darvin Ham, the new head coach for the Lakers, he's out doing a press run, and he's telling everyone how great Westbrook is going to be in his system. All right. What do you think? Do you think Westbrook has more in the tank, and he could be great in Darvin Ham's system?
I don't know what the hell Darvin Ham's system is, but I think Westbrook's best basketball is well behind him. I think until he comes to some fundamental realizations about what he can do and what he can't do now, he's going to continue to be a bad fit for anybody. And so I'm not optimistic that Darvin Ham or anybody else is going to have any long-term answer for the Lakers. I mean, I didn't like the Lakers last year when they came together with this particular group of people. Anthony Davis's poor health, Russell Westbrook just a bad fit, and I'm certainly not going to like them better a year older. You know, I mean, talk about stale things. They might go to overkink.com. I mean, maybe that's the game plan for Darvin Ham. He's going to get on overkink.com and get everybody going a little bit. Freshen things up in the bedroom and on the court.
There you go.
But, yeah, I think he's just doing what he has to do and trying to be positive and whatever.
Oh, man. All right, time. Let's go to start a bench with James Harden. I kind of messed that first topic up, but we'll get it back on the
yes,
tracks
you
here.
did.
Start a bench with Harden, man.
I'm going to start Harden because there's some positive things he's done. I'm generally not a fan, but I'm positive about the things he's doing now.
Go ahead. So James Harden, of course, has signed his deal now, 2 years for what was that?
65 or 66 million.
Yeah. So he did take a big pay cut, as he kind of alluded to or said a few days ago or last week that he was going to do that in hopes that the GM, Darren Moore, can get more help on the team. And also he's rededicating himself, getting better in better shape, and that hamstring will be ready to go next season, man. What do you think about Harden doing that for the team?
It's 2 or 3 years overdue. I thought he should have made this commitment a while back, but I'm happy that he's making it. And he's making both a financial commitment and at least pledging to make more of a physical commitment to get himself right to play at a higher level than he has. I've been very critical, never liked his style of play, even at his peak, but this is a positive move. Taking less money, committing to trying to get yourself in a better position, and trying to win. I'm all for it, and it stands in stark contrast to what Russell Westbrook's done, as far as just opting in when nobody really wants you, and Kyrie for that matter. I don't know.
No, that's it.
But I'm happy about it. I hope he does. I hope he does the physical side. I hope he does the part that matters, the on court stuff.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, time there. All right, next question here. Miles Bridges, start a bench.
What?
Miles Bridges.
Oh. I reluctantly start him.
All right, so of course Miles Bridges is in a lot of trouble here, man. Miles Bridges is a guy in the NBA that plays for the Charlotte Hornets, and he was up for a huge deal, the first real contract. And now felony charges have been filed against him for domestic violence, child abuse, all of that stuff. He has pled not guilty. All right, I believe that news came out today. But I mean, if he is found guilty, then, we're looking at over an excess of $100 million that he's going to miss out on. What do you think about that, Ping?
My interest in this story is more than just the domestic violence, and that's why I wanted to start it, because it operates on a lot of levels. Now, Miles Bridges caught my attention early this year. I thought he made some nice leaps in his game and really was playing at a very high level. Again, he positioned himself on the court to earn quite a bit of money. He gets involved in the domestic violence situation, and this is a situation where there's photographic evidence that looks horrible. Apparently, these acts occurred in front of the kids, and that's why there's so many charges. Yeah. The criminal justice system is not particularly reliable. I don't think. I mean, they talk about felonies and could serve up to whatever amount of years. That's not happening. What he gets in a criminal setting is not going to be mammoth or anything like they're talking about. It'll be something, and I think that's probably right. But the bigger question is, how will the league respond to this?
Yes.
And, are they going to basically just say, we're good without you? And here's the thing. Miles Bridges made a leap in his game. He played very well. But he doesn't mean a damn thing to the league. If you think about it. He's not an all-star. He's not a face of franchise guy. He is completely expendable from a protect the brand standpoint.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how the league handles this.
Yeah, because I feel like the NFL would overreact.
Because the NFL has stepped in dog poop too many times.
So many times, yeah.
And the NBA, and if you know something or remember something I don't, they haven't had a whole lot of this particular issue.
Not a whole lot of this.
We had the Kobe thing back in the day, which was sexual. Sexual rape allegations, sexual assault.
Yeah.
And and they basically let Kobe play through, but was at a super high level, and ultimately nothing happened in the criminal side.
And that's what I mean by overreact, because of course if Miles Bridges is guilty, then he should whatever max penalty. But what I'm saying is the NBA has typically over the years have letting things play out on the criminal side before they make a decision. NFL, they typically make decisions before, not only before criminal proceedings, but even after. If you're found not guilty, still Deshaun Watson was found not guilty, and he's still going to face criminal charges.
The NFL's a mess for a lot of reasons, because sometimes they've been too lenient, sometimes they've been too hard. But like this whole Deshaun Watson thing is ridiculous. Their handling of it is poor. Yeah. Like this stuff came out this time last year. The man already basically sat a season. You could have put him on a commissioner's exempt list last year and had him sit while all this gets sorted out. And then when it does get sorted out, then you make a decision. Is any further suspension warranted, or has whatever's happened has happened, and now he's okay to play? Okay. All this has kind of run its course, and now they're talking about, well, what are we going to do to suspend him? Yeah. And again, training camp's a week away, and they haven't made a decision.
That's crazy.
Which is stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, if you feel this guy needs to be punished, punish him.
Yeah.
We'll live with that. But why are we dragging this on to training camp? With no decision.
And a part of their damage control is hiring a woman, and that's okay, but to hire a woman from outside of the NFL office to come in and be the arbitrator and to decide how many games Deshaun Watson, it just screams like we really don't know what the hell we're doing. We don't want to give him any games, but just so the world will see us as okay and
due diligence and everything else. Yeah.
We'll bring her in, and hey, a woman said she only gets 4 games. It wasn't us. She said that. Come on, man. That's just fucking. It's ridiculous, but hey.
Yeah, but I'm most intrigued by how the NBA handles this. Yeah. Now they can let the market decide. The Hornets can rescind the offer, which I think they may have.
Yeah.
And then, as a free agent, is anybody else going to put money on him? Now, granted, with this hovering over him, the market value is much different than it was without it. But what is the market value? Yeah. Could he be like, no team wants the trouble right now, and nobody picks him up?
You always have your thirsty teams, man. Your Lakers.
You do.
76.
Well, and that's the thing. The reality is, and you mentioned a team like the Lakers, teams that have way too much money committed already.
Yeah.
If the price drops enough, they were not in the market to offer a contract to Miles Bridges a month and a half ago.
Right.
But if this is a guy, because of this situation, can now be had for a league veteran minimum. That's a different ballgame. Why not roll the dice?
Yeah.
And then the next tier of that is, what, if any, action does the league office take?
Exactly.
Do they feel comfortable saying, well, we want a 25-game suspension, or we're going to suspend him for an entire season? I've always been fond of the NBA and the way they've handled business compared to most other leagues. I would hope that they would make a timely decision. If some sort of plea agreement is entered into, then make your league decision shortly thereafter. If it goes to a trial and there's a verdict, then make your decision shortly after that. Don't do what the NFL's done. They're an embarrassment in this regard.
No, exactly. Riding lawnmower.
A riding lawnmower?
Yeah.
I guess maybe we'll have something special there.
So let's see here. So
This riding lawnmower is not available on overking.com, is it?
Florida man tries to flee deputies, man, on a riding lawnmower. So the police come to get a guy.
How fast can a riding lawnmower go? That's my first question.
He used a taser to stop a man who tried to avoid arrest by hopping on a riding lawnmower this past Saturday, man. And he was riding out, man, trying to get away. But, of course,
He was cut.
he was caught.
Hey, you gotta try something, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know lawnmowers were all that fast. I mean, I thought you might put a run and catch a guy in a lawnmower. Unless you're like the mall cop or something.
That's just pure comedy, man.
It is.
How do you hop on a lawnmower knowing these guys are just going to,
Why don't we have video of that?
Yeah, they should, man.
We have a lot of other videos,
Yeah,
man. Let's get
videos
this guy in
of
a
everything
lawnmower.
else, man.
And was it like, kind of like the small personal tractor, or was it like one of those like
No, it was
big, industrial landscaping
No, it's
tractors?
one of the small personals.
Okay.
So I'm sure it didn't go fast at all, man. That's just crazy. Child support.
Oh, we got to dive into this.
Yeah. So,
Evil things are afoot.
So, there is a proposed child support bill, and I want to make sure I get this right here, that is stating that a man could still be required to pay child support even if the baby is still in the womb. All right. So, hold on. Here it goes, from conception. So, let me see. Republican lawmakers, that already has pink in the bind, have proposed a new proposal in lieu of the Roe v. Wade, that prospective fathers should be on the hook for paying child support from the moment of conception. All right. It would give mothers the ability to receive child support payments while they are pregnant, according to Senator Republican from North Dakota. Go.
Why is that necessary? Like what the kid's not there, you don't have expenses.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, no surprise that it comes from a Republican. These people are, in all seriousness, skip the bullshit. These people are fucking morons.
Yeah.
There's no justification for that.
No.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Hold on. The justification is, in lieu of Roe v. Wade, that women would be forced, is the term that they used here, to carry a child without the financial,
You don't need any financial support in that situation.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
It's just a completely punitive thing to do, and it's typical of Republican thinking. They are a cancer on our society. I don't say this. They should be excised from our society. Republicans everywhere are just a negative thing.
So Democrats should be in society, though?
That's a different point.
Oh.
But Republicans are just straight up ridiculous.
Johnny, what do you think about that, man? Child support, men having to pay child support while the girl is pregnant.
Well, you don't legally have to pay child support.
What'd you say, Jolly? What'd you say, Ant?
Oh, you're not in the video.
My buddy, he was he on child support. He was breaking something down where it was something stupid. But I think it makes sense if they have to pay child support while the woman pregnant.
You think
if
it
it's
makes
your
sense?
baby, yeah.
Why?
It's your baby.
Well, there's no expenses yet.
She gotta eat. How much?
Bitch gotta eat anyway.
How much?
He ain't worried about that.
But how much child support should you have to pay is the question.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
I don't think you go down that pathway at all. Like it should not happen support? Until the kid's born. You should.
Well, I get what you're saying. I guess I don't know.
Because then you open up the whole thing. Oh, well, what's the appropriate amount? Like, okay, I'm going to get you a supersized meal instead of a regular meal.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And once again, this is comedian David Jolly, who's
My
just
bad,
not joining
being
us. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Jolly, we are in the middle of a segment here that we call Start a Bench with Coach Pink. We're just going through some of the trending topics in the world right now, giving Pink 60 seconds to react to it. That's all. We're towards the end here, so we have a couple more. All right. Pink, Skittles, Start a Bench.
I had some today. Let's go with it.
All right. So as far as Skittles is concerned here, they have there is a big lawsuit going against Skittles.
Oh no, what for?
Because they have a and it's one of these words. I am a college student, former, but apparently there is a toxic titanium dioxide in the candy. It can lead to no, and it's serious, man. So somebody found that out, and they are suing Skittles. And it's what makes the color additive. It's what gives the bright hue is what it's saying here, and it is a known toxin. So everyone in the industry knows it's a toxin, and they've been using it ever since. And this lawsuit maybe can even take Skittles under, man. What do you think about that, man?
I enjoy Skittles, so get off of our ass.
You gonna keep eating them?
Yeah.
After knowing it has a toxic.
Yeah. Why stop? I'm 51 years old. I've eaten plenty of Skittles in my time. Like, I haven't died yet. I mean, connect this to people dying. Like, otherwise, who cares?
That's like fucking raw. You might as well keep doing it, right?
Exactly.
Roll the dice a little bit. Live on the edge. Yeah.
I don't gamble at the casino, but I do eating Skittles.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. My Skittle days are over, man.
Really? Just because of that?
Just because of that.
You're kidding.
Yeah, man.
How much it take to take you out, though,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
how much?
How often you eat Skittles?
They need to do further studies on that, man.
You just need to let it alone, man.
Yeah.
I want to see a bunch of autopsies with cause of death Skittles. I mean, come on.
It says it does damage to a person's DNA and may cause cancer.
No, may cause cancer. Everything may cause cancer. Come on, that can't be the standard.
That shit is the biggest fucking rift in the world. Everything. Putting gas in your car and inhaling the flames may cause cancer. Fucking
smoking
McDonald's,
cigarettes.
smoking cigarettes. Anything may cause cancer. That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I do hate that shit, though.
No, that's why I don't care about the Skittles. Come on, we don't need to put Skittles under over this.
All right. And last but not least, baby drugs prison.
I just want to find out what that is.
What happened?
Go ahead. What do we got?
Start a bench. He's gonna start it. So
yeah.
All right. So a woman brought a baby and a stash of drugs to a Florida prison visit to sneak something in. A 44-year-old woman brought her infant grandchild along with a stash of cocaine and heroin to a recent prison visit. She felt like the baby would be a good deterrent for them not to check her all the way. They thought, that.
Did she put it in
away.
the kid's blanket or something, or in the stroller?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
And trying to get it to her son, man. So she's enabling her son that's already in prison.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I don't know, what.
No, I mean, because they're trying to. My assumption is not in the story, but my guess is that, of course, the son is trying to move drugs in prison.
Sure.
So the mom is bringing him drugs to move into prison, so
and
he
you
can make some
create
money.
the baby. Everybody looks, oh, cute baby.
Yeah.
Blah. And they're not going to do the normal search. They'll feel you're benign and yeah.
You think they locked the baby up too?
I hope not.
They locked all their dumb ass up. You're an accessory, you little motherfucker.
That was a dumb ass idea. Man.
Well, of course. Well, yes,
I would have tased the baby.
Jeez. I mean, come on, man.
You thought it was a decent try?
What? I mean, if that's what you're trying to do, it's not a bad idea. I mean, babies distract most people. I mean,
what happened to? He didn't want his mom to put it up her butt crack. What happened to that? That's what it used to be, right? All the movies I see, they put it up deep up in the booty hole.
I don't think I want anything to do with my mom's booty hole. Call me crazy.
Except for what I know.
I mean, I didn't even want to ask if they tried to do that with the baby. I mean, that was just horrific. I mean, come on.
I hope they can't put it in the baby butthole. That made for a better story.
Good grief, man.
And I hope the baby got tased. I hope you're looking at 5 to 10 too.
5 to 10.
Lock his little ass up.
He in elementary school by the time he get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Does the story say how they actually found out, or what went down?
No, man. Not the one that I saw, but I'm sure.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
It is, man. All right, so that's it, man. That started bench with Coach Pink.
Started everybody today.
Now hold on, really quick. Just to go overview that really quick. I thought that number one, James Harden, of course, that's my team, 76ers. I had the same sentiments. I feel like he done a great thing. I wish I had a daughter. I would marry her off to him. I love James Harden now. He took less money. Some players don't do it these days to help the team. He's a team player. And he's self-realization that he's not that guy anymore. Versus a guy like Westbrook who just still thinks he's a fucking superstar. So I just think more players need to be like that. Miles Bridges, just what a fucking idiot. He's, closing in on
who he signed with.
Who the Harden?
Miles
Bridges
is about to sign
still
up with the state
agent.
penitentiary.
Yeah,
he going to prison?
He's facing felony charges.
For what?
Domestic violence
and child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, he beat up the
wife.
IG hooker or whatever. The one he got a baby with. Don't want to.
The one he got a baby with.
I think he called her a wife though.
Yeah.
He married her.
Oh no, I know he called her wifey in a bunch of IG clips. I'm not sure if he married her.
He ain't going to prison though.
Nah. I was just kidding.
I don't know, man.
He ain't gonna go to prison.
Nah.
That's what I was saying. He's not gonna end up that way.
Not for them and child abuse, both of them.
It's all connected. It's not the
it's connected.
The child abuse is not separate from
no,
it.
no,
Like
no.
it's not like
If she don't go to court, they'll drop it anyway.
Yeah.
So he got to get her before
it'll probably be civil. He'll probably have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't even have a lot of money. Well, you got, compared to us.
He's got more money than us.
Yeah, you got compared to us. But this is before his first big contract, man. Like, this is what all the NBA players look for and want. This first contract, and he fucks up right before that first contract.
How old is he, like 23? I mean, I made a lot of stupid decisions when I was 23. You talking about making these kids damn near like $100 million, you know?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
$100 million mistake.
Can you imagine if you had $100 million at 23 years old?
Be good times, man.
I would have died of cocaine overdose. I know I would have died. I don't even do cocaine. I would have started doing it with $100 million. I wouldn't have smoked crack because that shit did not win for the black people in the 80s. So I ain't trying to beat the system. You know what I mean?
Just go with some regular cocaine.
Yeah, just the good old 70s shit, you know?
What I want you guys to do is, our second sponsor, Royal13thebrand.com. Pink, nice. I did get those shorts, Pink. They're on the way.
Playoffs this week. Let's see them.
They'll be here tomorrow, so I'll wear them next week.
Are those sweatpants?
Huh?
Them the sweatpants?
They come a little short.
The hoochie daddies?
They come a little short. They got the roses on them, so I feel like
nice hat.
Yeah, man.
Do you like? Is it size like short and extra short?
No, they just come like that, man.
Okay.
They come short like that.
Well, I was going to ask if you got an extra short.
And guess what? I used promo code bubbapink.
Good.
And I got it for cheap, man. I used our own promo code.
We're not excluded. It's good to know.
That's good to know, man. So Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code bubbapink for your discount.
They local, Royal 13?
Yes, they are. They are, man. They are. A former Winter Park Wildcat wide receiver. All right. And kick returner. I know him as a kick returner, and he blocked the
more so than a wide receiver.
He blocked the crucial kick. Hey, I'm not gonna talk about my guy here. We know he's not on trial.
He's not on trial. That must mean he has like a career of 11 receptions or something.
Jolly, I wanted to do a couple fun things with you while you were on the show, man. First of all, I went out. We started the show off. I was telling people I came out to your show last night. And I really feel like, man, I just feel like you're getting better and better each time, man, that you come out, and it's crazy. You're like a fucking, it's crazy to say, but you're a fucking professional comedian. Like, you really do this.
Yeah, I just get tired sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm ready my damn body in the ground. Because
now you're going everywhere.
Yeah.
You're touring, you're going everywhere. And in between that, you're making your TikTok, Facebook, IG videos. So you working, man.
Yeah, this sure is a job. Sometimes you just got to take them off days, man. Could turn your brain off and just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because that should be a lot.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do with is I wanted to craft a joke with you on the show. We'll see how that goes. First time we ever did that. It might be a hit. It might be terrible. But I wanted to take a premise that I wrote. One of the ones, remember, Jolly tried to get me up on stage again last night. But one of the ones I told you about, all right, so I just want to craft it, and you're going to help me craft it, all right? So first I'm going to tell the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we're gonna craft it, all right? All right, so once again, you guys are on the bench podcast, Bubbapink. We on all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We got David Jolly in the building, a viral touring comedian. You can look him up on all social media platforms, and we'll, on the edited version, we'll get you his IG links and all of that good stuff, man. His names and all of that good stuff. His tag him. And check him out. Go to a show. We have a great local comedy scene here, but he's in your area too. So look him up. He'll be there. All right. So we're going to craft this joke, Pink.
All right. Never been a part of this, but I'm excited.
Here we go. All right. So people, I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. And
is this part of the joke?
Is this part of the joke?
I thought this was real life.
It is real life.
Okay.
And the thing about me getting old is I feel like my era overall is just better, more fun than this era. All right?
You are getting old.
I come from the era where I was riding the school bus. I had a CD player with me. You know what I'm saying? You remember those big headphones that you would wear, stuff like that, all right? We had cassette tape players. I was hanging up clothes on the clothing line, all right? This is back when your parents gave you a real ass whooping, you know what I'm saying? Hey, take the tree limb off the tree, I'm finna whoop your ass, you know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff, man. I just feel like all of that good stuff. Bus, 25-cent transfer on the bus, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like my era was much better than this era here, man. But one of the biggest differences that I see is the difference in porn, man. That's the biggest difference I see. Now, I'm a Pornhub guy, you know what I mean? Everybody in here, raise your hand if you're a Pornhub like me. I'm a frequent Pornhub guy, but you got to be careful with Pornhub, right?
How so?
Because as soon as you hit the motherfucking video, as soon as you hit play, all you hear is, to me. You might be in the office setting. This is, oh, shit, goddamn, I gotta turn this shit down. You know what I'm saying? You never know, right? But back in my day, man, in my era, you know what I'm saying? It was like a movie, man. It was like a real movie. It started off slow. You got the girl on the side of the road, and she got on a dress with no drawers on, and she bending over trying to fix a tire, and you just wondering like, damn, I never see a girl like this on my street that just need a tire. I can fix a tire, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden she magically sees a house close by her broken down car. She goes to the house, and a guy, 6'4" with abs and no shirt answers the door. And all of a sudden, and he can fix a tire, and it's just everything works out. They go in there, they have a little conversation first. It's like a real deal movie, man. And then they do all the foreplay. So, when I was younger and I needed to learn how to give some head, I can get some of that from that. I can learn. You know what I'm saying? They go through 10, 15, 20 different positions. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff, man. And then it's just over. I feel like my era is just a lot better than this era here. All right, Jolly. Help me craft this joke, man, because there's some holes in that joke.
That shit was just a cry for help, sound like. I mean, it's like a premise, setup, punchline, you know what I mean? That's the basic formula of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a rant.
It's like a rant?
Yeah.
So what I need to add or take out there? What I need more punchlines in it?
Yeah.
You need a punchline.
Well,
it just kind of He's right. It's like a rant. It just kind of went on, and like you didn't. Where are we going with this?
Like the premise is our generation better than their generation.
Right.
Then the setup is the porn,
Yeah.
But then you want to get to the premise of it. Then the punchline will be like, whatever you come up with the punchline,
Yeah.
Like it's wordy a lot. I would cut a lot of stuff
cut a
out.
lot of words out.
Yeah, it just seemed like you just mad about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you hate
like
these
old
kids.
Man, old man on the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just an old man that's miserable.
For
right
real,
now.
though, like honestly, I'm listening to you say that, and I'm like, how old are you? Like
Yeah.
you sounded like somebody's grandpa.
You got something there. Like I would get to the point of it when you're talking about how you be at work and you turn the point on and it come on. But I mean, how to put it? I wouldn't necessarily say that part. I would say like the new, it's too many. Like we didn't have the search bar where you can just pick what you want. Like fuck old ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like that's too much. That's what I would say about the new school. And the next part I would say like, we had storylines back in the days. You know, you pull up and it's some slut with no drawers on the side of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And then almost go with it there. Like not like the long story, like, and we go to the house and the guy has no shirt on, but almost like, and it almost at that point, people that people that are in that generation, they'll remember that immediately, and that's the joke.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
no need to like,
yeah, less is more. You know what I mean? Like just the premise you trying to say, you got something there. You just got to cut out and get to the point on like the segue part. What you trying to say between the two? Just cut some of it out and you got something.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody remember that. You remember when you used to slap that DVD in?
Yeah.
And it just say, like, big booty, black bitches with gold teeth or something like that?
Number 32.
Yeah, you see?
But then
that's what you're going to remember, the number 32, the numbers, remember them?
Yeah. The other thing, like, that's funny about those things is, like, if you're trying to, like, watch porn in, like, a limited time window, like, it was frustrating. Like, you're like, I don't want to watch the chicken pick up. Let's get to the action.
Yeah, then you had to, if you ain't have a DVD remote, you know how you had them DVD players, you just push play, you can't skip that motherfucker. Or it go to the whole nother scene, and it's like, and they doing that horrible talking. That was my favorite part about porn, though, when they get on there, and she'll be like, hey, baby, you want me to cook you some grits? And then he'll be like, nah, bitch, I want you to come over here and suck these balls. You know what I mean? It was like a storyline, and it'd go, won't chicken, won't, boom, boom. And that beaver pussy bitch would put that sloppy toppy on her. Bitch got a beaver out of this world. Bring back beavers is what we need to do.
But this whole conversation, that feels like porn in the 70s, not like when you were
80s, 90s had beavers.
No,
they had
them,
DVDs, 90s, 2000 had beavers.
I was watching my pops DVD, so maybe they was older.
Yeah, them bitches had hair underneath their armpits, man. Like, get a fucking wax, Cindy, you fucking whore. Get this shit waxed off.
No, for real, man, for real. All right. Next time you come, man, I'm gonna have something for you.
You got another one of these for us or no?
I mean, you got the right idea, but I mean, that's how, like, if I have an idea and I don't know where to go with it, I just go by premise, setup, punchline. Then I might, then I might write it and it go left field. You know what I mean, like a misdirection. But that's the basis of where you want to go, so you ain't just like scrambling everywhere.
Exactly.
When you're doing that premise, punchline stuff, do you ever change it? Like you do a show one night, you tell it one way, and then at another show another day, you kind of take the punchline somewhere else. Do you vary it up like that, or you kind of stay consistent with that premise punchline with a particular joke?
That's a good question. I mean, that's why I do open mics, like to work on the strengthen the muscle of remembering that. Sometimes it came out a different way. You know what I mean?
Cause what I noticed, because I've seen Jolly many times, right? But what I noticed last night is some of the same jokes I've heard, but you added stuff to it.
Yeah, tagged up.
Yeah, you tagged it up more, which made it more funny. Especially for me, because I've heard the main joke, but then he adds some stuff to it that was fucking hilarious onto it.
That's kind of what I was kind of asking.
Oh, yeah. Like
you just kind of... Yeah. You don't say it the same every time. There are little variations.
Well, yeah. You ain't gonna. I mean, not everything, because some might come to your brain about when you tagging a joke up. Yeah. Like you might say this part, you say the main part, then you like this will make it even funnier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing Jolly is good at that I couldn't fucking do if I even tried is he can in real time react to the crowd and alter his joke or alter his tags for that.
That's exact. Okay,
If
that's
they overreact,
that's another part.
If they
of that.
laugh heavy to something, he's in the middle. And this is something he has memorized. You know, he's memorizing. He's doing it open mic after open mic, and then along the way, somebody is laughing harder in the middle of his joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he'll pause there and tag the fuck out of that line he just said to keep them laughing.
Right.
And then he can come back and finish the joke off.
Right.
I just couldn't.
I mean, like, people don't really realize it. Like, I mean, nothing against no other comedians, but they be like, what? Like, they don't really be working. So, I mean, they don't take it serious. They just do it as a hobby. Like, like I get paid for it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's different. So, I put myself in the vision of the joke. Like, I see myself in this story. Like, I believe it myself. that be the difference. Like, if you ever heard somebody tell you a story and it sound like it's the fucking most retarded shit you ever seen here in your life, but you believe it. And when you believe it, that's what make you say, like, God damn, this is crazy. A fucking flying car, like, for real? You know it probably didn't happen, but you ain't gonna, the way he telling you.
It's so convincing. He's
Yeah.
so invested in it. Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, do you kind of like feel and sense a particular audience and then kind of adapt to what they're giving?
Oh yeah, definitely. You're not gonna go in every audience and tell the same joke. Like, I got like a crackhead joke. I wouldn't tell that in like a predominantly white crowd. You know, I will. It depends though.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Well, no, I'm just saying, cause it ain't like, I just try to put the jokes, like the ones I know they'll really get, I put them towards the front, just because I know once I get you with those, you on the ride. So like whatever else I say, it don't really matter. You just on the ride.
Yeah.
And like if it's like a hood ass crowd, I tell the hood ass shit in the beginning, and then I come back and I tell them the Donald Trump joke, and they just yeah man, fuck Biden. You know what I mean? And it's like an art form though. You know, like just to understand the crowd, to understand where you at. To understand you could take this word out and now it's a clean joke. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to curse too much. You know what I mean? Just to be able to adapt to different stuff. Like I do churches and all, you know?
Yeah.
So I just want to be able to adapt to all of that.
And move freely.
We were talking before you got here kind of at the beginning though too, is like the value of just getting reps and doing it over and over again. As far as that, how important is that to your improving?
I mean, it's like working a muscle, you know? It's just like working out when you're doing like weightlifting or whatever. It's the same thing, because your brain, you could say it in your sleep, you know? Like I got jokes that I know I can tell without thinking about them.
Right.
Because I did them so many times. And like you might do it all, like it might be a joke that don't work and you add like one word, but you know that what the one word, how it's gonna alter the whole joke. You know what I mean?
Right. The impact that it'll have.
Like I tell anybody who like don't go to, like it be some comedians, I ain't going to them stupid open mics. I want to go to the open mic where it's like 5 people there, because I know if it work in front of these 5 people and I can get your attention, I know that when they giving me $1,000 on the weekend, and I know that shit really gonna work there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I done worked the hell out of it with these little crowds. So the people who paying to come see comedy, they going to be like, oh, that shit funny. Because when you go to a lot of these open mics, people in there like eating they fucking tomato and cheese sandwich. And then next thing you know, they just, hey, it's going to be an open mic tonight. Then you got some virgin talking about eating ass. And you like, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't eating no fucking ass. Even when I write stuff. Like, I got jokes that's not offensive. You know, it's funny. Like, I got a trans joke that gay people laugh at.
Oh, okay.
Because it ain't, like, I don't ever want to offend nobody on no joke. I just want you to look at it from how I'm looking at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing you don't do. Like last night, you know, the crowd in the beginning was kind of going at the host and another comedian. But your thing, well, I'm not going to be combative. I'm not going to join that crowd and talk bad about them too. I've never seen you do that. I've never seen you rank on the crowd. Oh, look at this guy's shoes, or she.
I don't really think you're a comedian if you. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't think you're a comedian if you do that, but you ain't got no material if you do that.
Yeah.
You know,
if that's your main thing every time is to find somebody in the crowd to get on.
Yeah, I don't even like doing like crowd work. I don't want to fuck with y'all. I've been writing these shit jokes all fucking month. I want to tell my jokes to you. I don't want to. You ain't come to be a part of the show. You in that fucking $3 wig you got on out there. But I mean, like that's my boy Will Mills. That's what he do. His name is King Dirtbag for a reason. He gonna come in there and piss the whole crowd off. That's his goal though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he wants you to sit there.
He got off last
while
night.
He just fucking go at you. It's hilarious though.
He got off last night. It's funny though.
He get paid to do it.
Yeah.
So like cause on the Tuesday, it's probably like 4 or 5 mics you can hit, and that's usually the last one I try to go to. But when I walk in the door, I already know. I wonder how much fucking Will Milton pissed this crowd off when you walk in it. I forgot what Jar said. Jar said it's like going in there to get on the train and you don't even know she been fucked in the ass for 2 whole hours. So, that's the crowd. You just goddamn jamming you right in the ass. So you're pretty pissed by the time,
Yeah. No, seriously, man. All right, the next thing I wanted to do with you, Jolly, might hit, might not. I wanted to do a lyric review. You heard that FNF song by the chick. So, Free. That's the name of the song. So I wanted to do a lyric review because it's funny, man. It got some funny lyrics in here. And then we just going to react to it and give our fucking reaction to it, all right? So, all right. So in the beginning, whatever, Glorilla, she's saying her name. Let's go. Woo, woo, hey, old gang. Okay. Now, she's saying, I'm FREE. F Nick Free.
Mm-hmm.
That mean I ain't got to worry about no F and cheating. Hold on real quick here. Is something going on with that lie? No, it's not. Okay. That's just my big old hand. All right. And then she say, I'm SINGLE. Outside hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friends. All right. I'm FREE. That means I ain't got to worry about that. And then she's saying it again. All right. Now, just on that right there. You ever dated somebody that's
that ratchet?
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't fuck a lot of women that ratchet. I ain't necessarily dated them. Cause when you dating a crazy bitch like that, she'll be cheating on you and really thinking that in her brain that y'all in a relationship. Like, you were on Backpage last week. Get the fuck out of here. I seriously think I'm taking this here.
Does anybody date a person like that?
I mean, they great people. They great people. I mean, depending on the part of your your where you came up from,
Yeah.
If that's normal, I stay away from them type of women because they pussy is great.
Yeah, I had a couple.
That'd be the best pussy you ever have in your life.
The funniest thing is she got a pregnant girl. She got to be about 8 months in the video. Just
That's
around.
the most beautiful shit ever. I love how ratchet it is. It's hilarious because they dead ass serious on this video.
Yeah, serious in that video, and all of them damn near ugly. All right, hold on. Let's finish this. Bitch, I'm G to the L to the O, big glow. You can catch me out in traffic, tinting, sliding with your hoe.
Titties?
Tinted, like.
Oh, okay. I ain't about to say. Okay, all right.
I ain't popping out at parties. Gotta book me for a show. He say y'all be living fast. No, pussy boy, you just slow. Hey, we hopping out at red lights, twerking on them headlights. All right. Now that's something I kind of like to see that. If they out at the red light,
yeah, and they just twerking,
just get outside twerking.
Back in the days, like Black Beach, you could see some shit like that going down Daytona.
BCR weekend. Yeah.
I remember when I was at BCI when I first got in my freshman year at FAM. Soon as we drove over the bridge, I was in a minivan and I looked this way and the girl opened the door and grabbed her fucking drawers and pulled her pussy out and was like, yeah. I was like, damn. I wasn't on drugs either. I was just on some shitty weed. I was like, yes, I love Daytona, man. This is beautiful. That was back when sluts was real sluts, man. They just slutted to be sluts. They ain't want $40. They just wanted to get nailed to the cross. And it's crazy. They wake up every day. You got to think the mind of a slut. She wake up every day and say, I hope I run across an old 12-foot dick today. That's her goal, to just get rammed to the cross every night. I'm just saying, it's got to be their goal when they wake up in the morning.
Hey.
Somewhere along the line, they kind of
everybody's got to have goals.
They transition and evolve, man, into the $40, man.
Yeah, short-term goals is amazing.
Shout out to evolution.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
for them.
Not all progress is forward.
All right. Okay, twerking on them headlights. She says she can't come outside today. That means she's scared, right? I'd be put up in the winter, in the summer, pop out every night, bragging on his top. He better hold his head tight. I think she said she bragging on his head or something like that, okay? All right, anyway, life is great. Pussy still good. Jolly said she know he.
It's amazing.
You can confirm. Yeah, probably can confirm that.
If you look at one of the motherfuckers like stare off in the universe and she doing this, that bitch, her pussy is amazing. That's some pill babies, man. We were like crack babies. That's some goddamn Oxycodone babies. That shit fucked them up from birth, man.
That's pretty much it, man. They should go back into the hook. And the song pretty much over, man. But I think that song, the video is more hilarious than anything.
Oh,
but these lyrics are something too.
She is pregnant on that video.
I'm talking about pregnant.
And them shorts look like they stank on every last one of them. Them my kind of girls. I want you to have that little crusty shit right there in your panties when you take them off.
Oh man. There's this older white lady, man. She facing jail time. Being caught pleasuring herself on the bench on
the show here.
No,
I missed that episode.
Yeah, for real. Y'all ratings would have went through the roof. You find you got to find an old white lady who just would come in here and rub a clam.
I gotta tell her she was on the wrong bench, man. But yeah, she got caught pleasuring herself on the bench, man. That's one of a big trending story right now.
London.
She also exposed her breast. Yeah, you heard about it?
No, it just sounded like some English shit. I was like, you know what? It just sound like it just do.
That's crazy, man. What you think about that, Pink?
Would you like? I mean,
what am I supposed to think about that? I mean, it's probably pretty funny if you're walking by.
You think they
stop?
Yeah. I mean, what do you
Yeah, do you stop or you just keep going?
I would stop and watch. Yeah, why not?
What, like an old ass, like she's 80 years old, just to see it?
Just a spectacle of it. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you see that? Like?
You don't really see that. I'm definitely pulling my phone out. You going on the Snap, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna be on Snapchat.
I mean, what the heck, man? Gotta live in the moment.
You got one thing about it. I've realized is to be present in the moment. Sometimes when we prepare too much for tomorrow, we forget to enjoy the day.
No, that's facts.
For sure.
That's facts, man.
She was enjoying her day.
Yeah, she definitely. I wonder if, like, when the police walked up to her, if she was like, "Oh, beloved, I'm about to come," do you think they stopped her? Or like, "No, bitch, you better not come," or they was just like, "Go ahead, mate, enjoy," and, you know.
Suddenly, that old lady turned to a guy.
Yeah, she was I wonder how old white English people fuck. I want to fuck an old white English lady now, just to hear what she gonna say in your ear.
Do you do some comedy over there in London?
They got a lot of clubs over there too.
It's got to be your objective, man.
That's crazy, man.
That's funny though. Yeah, I do wonder. Like, did the cops like kind of like wait and let itself play out and then sweep in after?
Yeah, or they like just jump down and
get out of there, lady.
Slammed on the ground and shit.
Remember, she was an old white lady.
Yeah, oh yeah, they ain't slamming. They say, "Put your goddamn muffin away. Put your goddamn clam away, Bertha."
The funniest days over there, man. All right, so Pink, it's been a couple of weeks, man, since the last story time, man.
Oh, it's been probably more than that.
So, going to bring back story time, all right, with Bubba, and then we'll react to it afterwards. So, you guys can catch all of my prior stories on our YouTube page. All right, we got some crazy funny stories. I even put the one Jolly and Darius, they were on a few months ago, and they told a funny story about a lady. Some lady y'all had in the hotel. That was a funny ass story.
Do we?
Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say her name, but we nutted in her armpit. That was a fucking crazy day.
That was a hilarious story, man. You can catch many more stories on our YouTube page. Crazy, funny, some sad and crazy. All right. This week actually stems. It was a funny thought I had, man, and it's the first time my dick didn't work. That's what this story is about, man.
By saying the first time, that means there's others.
And so what happens is, I'm living in an apartment by myself, and up until this point, I didn't even, honestly to God, I didn't even know that this existed, that this could fucking happen. So I'm about 25, 26, something like that. And up until this point, man, I'm living a great life, all right? I'm living a great life. And in Orlando, if you're a single guy with no kids and you live by yourself, you could do a lot in Orlando, all right, with women, all right? So,
You think that's only here in Orlando?
I know for sure it's here in Orlando. So up until that point, that I'm been doing very well for myself. All right. Now this particular time, I have this woman comes over. This girl comes over, and it's my first time. It's our first time hanging out, but I do know her from talking on social media. Back in the day, we used to have these social media groups. And in the social media group, Facebook groups, I'm talking about Facebook groups, you talk crazy, man. Everybody trying to fuck each other in these Facebook groups, and that's just how it go. And you gotta pass around, and it was good times, man. And so I get this girl over to the house, and we talking, whatever. Then we get to that point, and but nothing can fucking happen. But she's giving me head for like an exorbitant amount of time. I'm talking about fucking like an hour and a half goes by.
My God. She's going to have a TMJ injury.
This motherfucker did not stop. I was so fucking impressed, man. I've never experienced nothing like that in my life. Motherfucker didn't have no, like, didn't complain. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. So she going at it for like an hour and a half. Nothing, right? Nothing happened. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is the very first time this is happening, right? So from there, I pull a couple tricks. I go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking, hey, the fuck you got going on, man? You got to tighten up. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my dog. And you know what I'm saying? Come back out, nothing. So eventually, so the girl leaves, right? She leaves. First thing I do, I call Ray. I call my cousin Ray. I talk to Ray about every fucking thing.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, man. I call Ray. Yo, hey, had this girl over, man. Fucking dick didn't work. The hell going on? And he's just laughing, like, man, hey, sometimes, hey, that's that might happen sometimes. That happened with me one time or so. And I'm like, what? But a funny thing about that is we had Justin Jenkins on the show about a month or so ago, right? Time flying.
No, it's several months ago.
And he said on the show that his dick just don't get hard for every girl. For like and that's why I felt that shit so much, because sometimes it's not that she's not attractive or something. It's just that it's something in the fucking woman that attracts to your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even that whether she's fine or not fine. It's more so, is she your type or not your type? Because at the time, you gonna kind of like, especially at that time, kind of fucking everything. But it's still kind of weird because shit. In college, I was taking one for the team. I'm fucking a lot of big girls, I'm fucking a lot of ugly girls. I'm like,
whatever the team needs.
The
Bubba's here.
leftovers, whatever the team needs. That was my role. I played that role. You know what I'm saying? And my dog was ready for every battle. You know what I'm saying? But this particular time, it's the first time that the shit didn't happen, and it fucked me up for a little while, for like a few months. I didn't even want to get another girl over there. I'm Googling and shit. I'm Googling now. What happens if your dick don't work? And you know, Google gonna tell you have severe case of ED.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You might die. You might have what that shit called? Sugar diabetes. This could be advanced form of diabetes. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, Google you. I shouldn't have Googled this shit.
I shouldn't have Googled that shit. I'm scared to have a motherfucker over there down. Can she catch diabetes from me? It's all type of shit.
That's what you're worried about.
You know what I'm saying? So at the time, what helped me get through that though is
prayer.
No,
okay.
Going back to one of my exes. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my confidence back.
There you
go. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my confidence back. And to this day, it's happened a couple other times, and every time it's happened, I just go back to my ex to get my confidence back up, man.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, in retrospect, though, like, was she not your type in some particular way that you kind of figured out, or no?
I think so, man. I think so. You know, she was pretty, but she didn't have no ass, and I'm thinking maybe that's it. But I don't know. I've dated skinny girls before. Not dated, but skinny girls before. I don't know, man. To this day, I really don't know. And Justin Jenkins couldn't explain it either. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for him. He's older than me. I'm looking for him to be able to explain it. He couldn't explain it either. It's just a fucking one of those things, man. And sometimes, and you know what's funny is sometimes guys, I drink, especially at that time, I was drinking a lot. And you might think, okay, it's the whiskey dick. But not all the time, man. I think because sometimes liquor enhances that. It makes you go crazier. You get, you know what I'm saying? You get that Hennessy or something like that, and you go crazy.
You know, alcohol thin the blood, so you know the erection is because you know what I mean. Like you might have been over drunk or.
Nah, but I know you we all done been over drunk and still plowed the shit out of the girl, made you go longer.
But you ain't gonna never nut though. You just in that bitch. You ain't gonna never nut.
Yeah, but at that time back now I need to nut. I need to nut in a timely manner.
Yeah,
but back then that made me a fucking superhero.
Yeah,
a fucking Goku if I can fuck all night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A super.
I'm talking about really killing this bitch.
You know what I'm
fucking
saying? I'm
soul
really
in here.
killing this bitch. You know
Bubba's Marvel movie coming out later this fall.
I mean, that just come with you wait till you get to a certain age and that dick do what it want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be sober as hell and that dick could just say, nope, not today. Nope, not feeling it today.
I don't know, man. That's the story of the week. Man. Felt like maybe, I don't know, somebody out in the atmosphere maybe needed to hear that. You don't
it could happen to the best of us.
You don't have diabetes. You don't have all the stuff that Google's telling you have. You don't need to go switch over to the blue pill just yet. You know what I mean? Depending.
When you get to a certain age, the chicks that you fuck with at that age that's still single, they just old hoes. They used to it. They just say, "Oh, don't worry about it, baby.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Pat you on your back. Go get you some milk." Bitch, I don't want no fucking milk. I'm 40 years old. The fuck away with me with this goddamn milk, you crazy bitch.
The worst part is, when they leave, they finna go fuck the other nigga that's in their phone.
Oh, yeah. You realize a lot of shit, marijuana, mushrooms, that I be thinking about. I was like, damn, our parents was fucking sluts back in the days. Like, none of these dudes that was like, oh, that's your Uncle Leroy. Why the fuck he over here at 11:45 at night? And then this motherfucker leave and he sleep in your room every time. There's some real incest shit going on, ain't it? Nah, that's called the light bill money. So, I mean, it ain't that new. Everybody sell pussy in some form the way you look at it.
That's funny.
Nah, seriously, man. Seriously.
Fucking Uncle Leroy. And I see him nowadays and I'm like, hey, Uncle Leroy. Hey, who the fuck are you? You little ugly dude. Life is crazy, man. Life is funny as hell.
It really is, man. What you got any upcoming shows coming up?
Not in Orlando. I got like a private event this weekend. Yeah. You know, like most of the time I be on the road, but this weekend I'm at home. That shit feel good.
Do you get booked more on the road than at home now?
I try to make it where I stay on the road because I don't want to oversaturate myself here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you know, unless like I have a something to do here, but if it's like just a showcase, I ain't gonna really promote it because the people who come to my shows, they really fuck with me. So I would rather put a quality product together that I got my hands in on. Yeah. Like if it's my show, even if it is a showcase, I'll post it, but I'm not gonna go as hard as it is where I know it'll be a better show. Yeah. Cause it might be some of them motherfuckers on the show doing guest spots talking about fucking, and you know they on that, you know, some shitty comedians. I ain't gonna call them shitty, they just young, you know.
Right.
Cause that's all it is just the repetition, man. Like people want to get here, but they don't want to do the work for it.
Exactly.
What I tell somebody is find your own lane, you know, just keep your head down, keep working. Cause one thing about it, if you funny, that shit gonna come to the cream of the crop. That's when word of mouth type shit happen. Like somebody hit you up, hey man, how much you charging me to come up here to Philly and Blase Squad? Cause this person said that you was funny, or I heard from a girl. You know, it's like rap back in the days before we had the internet, when you had to get on the ground and pave, you know, to hit the pavement.
Really,
everything was word of mouth, you know, I love that shit because I can control my own destiny that way. Yeah. I don't have to worry about nobody handing me nothing. Like, it's a lot of, like, I don't know. I see it now that I've been doing it as long as I've been doing it, but you don't really see it in the beginning. You got motherfuckers who, like, they mentors or gatekeepers or whatever, and all they want to do is be a headliner at Bonkers. And I'm like, I'm not finna listen to your opinion because we ain't even in the same stratosphere of where we headed at on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. you can't see what I'm thinking, so you down here, you know. I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I am better than you. You know what I mean? In my mind. Yeah. I don't know. But I don't know when my next Orlando show is. I'm going to be at a mic. If you go to orlandocomedy.com, I'm going to be on one of the mics. Yeah. Oh, the Lake Mary show, though, on the first Sunday, though.
Okay.
The first
you
Sunday.
Still got that going? Okay.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the times when I'm on the road, I just get somebody else to host it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's still a good show. That's always a good show. Yeah. It's fun because I get a chance to, like, the young comedians who they want you to send them a tape and do all of this. You know, because when you're young, you just want to get on the stage.
And work, yeah.
You know, I let everybody go up there and do as much time as you want to. But when you start bombing, nigga, when that light come, you know what that means. I mean, get your ass out of there.
Where do you do it in Lake Mary?
It's at Lake Mary Pub and Grill, Lake Mary Grill and Pub. It's on Crystal Lake Drive, 119 Crystal Lake Drive.
Okay.
It's close to 4th Street Bar and Grill.
Yeah, I think right. Kind of as you're going to that little outdoor basketball court?
Yeah.
Up there?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
It's by the downtown area.
Yeah.
Right off Country Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, off Country Club.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
What's 4th Street Bar and Grill? Where is that
It's
at?
right in that there's that little plaza. There's like a Flipper's Pizza. And it's
I know what you're talking about.
And they have like some trees and stuff.
Probably like 5 minutes away.
It's right across from the elementary school.
Not even that far.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, like 2 minutes because you got to turn off of that main road.
Yeah.
And it's a 7-Eleven right here, right?
Yeah.
Flipper's like right here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you getting back out there?
I don't know, man. Soon.
Based on that earlier joke, hopefully not too soon.
You're a great writer. It's just that you got to get your voice. You can't think that it's gonna happen like it's just gonna be like, I'm gonna write this down. These motherfuckers gonna love it. You know what I mean? Like you might have a premise and you hear the joke 6 months from now. You know, and then it's like when you heard it in the beginning, it was like, ugh. But you done did it so many times, so you're like, okay, they don't like this when I talk about this shit. Oh, but they like this part. Now, boom. You know what I mean?
Now you got something to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if, like I tell people, just start off with 5 minutes. Do like 3 good jokes. Shorten them up where you want them at. Stick to them motherfuckers. When you get them bitches that perfect, then add another one on. You know, it ain't like you trying to get straight to the top.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to do that. But you got some potential. Like when you were talking about the joke at Nightshade when you said you drove down I-4 and you was still in that bitch pussy.
Oh yeah.
You drove to Gainesville. I was like, damn, that's a good joke. That's one of them ones where you be like, fuck, why I couldn't have thought of that. Yeah, that was a great premise. It's just,
Yeah.
But I know everybody got a lot of stuff on their table, I really would like to get like an assistant or something. You know what I mean? Like some chick, but I don't know. I ain't got no money to pay no money for that shit. Because it'd be a lot. Like, I know y'all got a lot. Y'all got to edit this.
Yeah, all type of stuff, man.
I got a podcast idea I was thinking of because I was looking at how they do the, the split screen.
Yeah.
I wanted to call it Let's Get Canceled.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? But it ain't going to be about nothing offensive. It's just that I want to be able to talk about stuff that might get you canceled, Like, if it do, who give a fuck? I ain't on. I mean, I'm halfway there, I guess, but it ain't going to hurt me if you motherfuckers say, ban David Johnson. Fuck you motherfuckers. Y'all ain't looking at my lives no way.
You know who I like two comedians you put me up on, man. One named Donald Evans.
Yeah.
And actually two white comedians. But and the other one, he getting bigger and bigger, man. He look like Carrot Top. I don't know why I can't think of his name.
Oh, you talking about Christoph Jean?
Chris Jeans, man. He's fucking hilarious.
But he was he graduated with a creative writing, you know what I mean, degree from UCF.
Yeah?
So that's why like he takes some shit and flip that motherfucker and I be like, damn, how I ain't think of that.
Yeah, that's how he make you feel when you're listening to him.
Yeah, he real good. Orlando got such a great scene.
Yeah.
Sean Philippe, Joe Sensabella, Jake Rika, Cam Patterson, like, and these are young comedians because all of the other ones like moved away to L.A., New York,
right.
And then you got the other people who've been doing it 30 years who they don't come to mics because they happy just being a local comedian. Mm-hmm. So whenever they got a show, the headliner or whatever, I don't know, it's all funny, but it's a lot of good comedians though.
Yeah,
like that's out at mics every night, like the night they got Binks, that's like downtown area. Then it's like not shit sandwich, but where it's at shit sandwich, Bull and Bush. It's mics you can hit, man. That shit be fucking great on the grind, like just going from place to place, and you try that joke at 3 places in a night, and it only work at the last place. The other two is just they looking at you like, yeah, I don't know, I love it.
Yeah, nah, man, it's a dope scene here for sure, man. I kind of wanted to end the show on on an interesting topic. It might be good, might be bad, man. But life after death, man. I don't know. Last week we talked about religion, right? We talked about religion.
Yes, we did.
And how, whatever. We got deep into that. This week I just kind of want. I don't know. Because sometimes, first of all, when I was a kid, right, I used to have fucking nightmares of the world ending. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, that might have something to do with me growing up in the church and hearing revelations all the time and stuff like that. And so even to this day, I don't know, man. I'm kind of afraid of dying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of afraid of dying. Partly because mostly I have no fucking idea of what's coming afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not 100% sold on the heaven hell thing, but I don't want to punt it just in case it's true because I don't want to go to hell.
You want to hedge your bets.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the other Middle Eastern Asia, I forgot which continent it is, that got it correct about you coming back as something different or reincarnation. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what's after this, so I'm kind of scared to die.
I just hope I come back as a big titty white woman. Them bitches had the time of their fucking life. Don't nobody in the world have more fun than big titty white women.
Nah,
she could be built like a wisdom tooth, but if she got some big titties, she is gonna have a goddamn blast in downtown Orlando. She not gonna have to buy any drinks.
Ever any drink.
No, that's it. I don't know. You believe in life after death?
No.
What you think? You just like you a Christian?
I'm just not into religion.
Okay,
I don't. I think to believe in life after death, you have to accept religion in some way.
You think so?
How do you get there without it?
Well, just like reincarnation, but you think that's attached to
it has to be some sort of belief system beyond what we're doing.
Well, you say religion. Religion on it. I mean, it.
Well, it can have many forms.
Yeah.
But I think, if you're going to be in this moment right here and believe that there's something after this, that's essentially some sort of religious belief. What church or religious culture you believe that?
Yeah.
That there has to be something. I mean, I'm just saying, like we talked about it earlier, like I'm just live in the moment. Like I can't control any of that.
Oh, you just
I have
don't
no-
wanna. You don't wanna.
I don't care. I don't really believe there's anything beyond this. I don't think
I don't really care
I don't
because
think
I mean whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think I was, a goat back in the 1800s and now I'm me. Like it's just whatever. I'm here. I have the time till I die, and I'm gonna, get the most out of that if I just stay in the moment.
Right.
I don't see the value in worrying about what's gonna happen. How does that help me at all right now? If any energy that I put towards considering what happens after I die is like pointless to me.
Religion just got everybody terrified, basically. But
Yeah.
I believe that religion is good in some sense as far as structure. A lot of human beings need something to believe in. They can't just wake up and believe in themselves. They got to be told what to do. Like it's small things. Like if somebody say, "Hey, grab me that phone right there." You ain't gonna even think about it, like, bitch, you don't tell me what to do. You gonna just grab the phone and do because we are used to being told what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a subconscious thing.
Well, that's like what you were talking about. We touched on last week. Is like religion as a means of control.
Yeah.
And that's kind of negative to me.
Yeah.
I look at it that way.
I mean, that's what I would want to talk about on Let's Get Canceled.
Yeah.
Like about this here.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you're here now. Go ahead and get canceled.
well, no, I mean, like, it's some people who just completely hate religion.
Mm-hmm.
I've been open-minded enough when I grew up, like, in the church or whatnot, to just take what I'm going to take and leave this over
And
here.
leave the rest, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because it's a lot of things in the Bible and scriptures that are good to live by.
It's the exact same thing I said last week.
Yeah.
It's some good stuff in there. And I've personally seen religion
Work.
save
Yes.
people's lives.
Save people's
like-
lives.
Yeah.
But I mean,
personally seen it.
at the same time, that's the thing about like manifestation, understanding that you control your reality in this walk called life. But
That's what I was gonna go to. Like when you talk about like, is religion saving that
Yeah.
person, or is the person embracing a manifestation of their own destiny?
It's probably that, but
that religion keeps them on track to get to that manifestation.
that, and it's what they really believe. You know what I mean? So, like, I
Yeah,
understand.
exactly,
you
and that's
get
what
to a
manifesting
point,
is,
right?
yeah.
You get to a point, maybe it really was manifestation and believing in yourself, blah blah blah. But they really believe it was religion. So it's religion still played.
But
a
I think
part.
a lot of times, like I'm a bigger believer in psychology than I am religion. And I think when you strip it down, they'll believe you. They'll tell that they'll believe it 100%. But if you look at it and kind of almost strip it down, it's no. You accepted these things about living your life. It gave you a pattern. It gave you confidence, and then your success followed that. And you could have done the same thing in a secular manner. You just didn't.
I mean, I think, but yeah.
People do
right.
it like whatever. They're not in a good place. They start going to the gym. They start eating better. They start like building daily habits, and they get to a better place. And they do it without religion. And you could go either way.
Well,
but to
yeah.
me, it's the central psychology of improvement. And some people use religion to get there. Some people use other means to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but they still have a structure and a plan.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
it just so happened that some people need to be told, "Hey, pray to God every day, and you can do it." And pray and just believe in. I don't know. It's all like all of that stuff is a headache to me.
Well, I mean, that's kind of. I just don't like. To me, it's not productive to think about that.
Right.
Like whether these bigger questions. That's not going to help me get through today. I have X amount of things I got to get done. And I've got a couple things that I want to do because they're going to make me happy.
Yeah.
And that's how I get through my day. I'm
Yeah.
not worrying about what happens after I die. Whatever. We'll figure it out when it happens. I got to figure out what happens on Thursday.
I guess that's true, man. I think like I said, I think a part of the reason is because so much of heaven hell was forced down my throat to where I'm just afraid, man. Like, damn, like, because who the fuck wants to be stuck in a fire forever?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
I got to a point where, I had, like, my mom a pastor now. I got to a point where I was just like, whatever happened, happened. You know? Like, if somebody asks me what's my religion, I say none of your business. Just for saying, on the sake of, I don't need you judging me. Whoever my higher power, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it really is.
What I mean?
It really is. And what I told Pink last week, what I do is, I just say, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wasn't way back then. I don't know. Everybody, because everybody is what? I forgot what they said, but it's hundreds, and at the very least, it's hundreds and hundreds of religions. Every person that believes in their religion believes that they're right. Right? So, and somebody is fucking wrong, if not all of them. Somebody is wrong, right? And so I don't know. I wasn't back then. I wasn't before Jesus, during Jesus, after. I wasn't back there with the big Buddha guy. I wasn't there. I don't know.
I could tell you feeling-wise, like I still read the Bible for my own, like I say, structure. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't necessarily say, see, that's what, like, if you say you ain't a Christian, then it's like, well, why you reading the Bible? And then when I pray, I call Jesus. But at the same time, I'm not going to no church functions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. I have my relationship with my higher power.
Right.
And that works for me. Because I know, like, I can pray and it's the same thing. I know I'm manifesting it as well. But I can pray and it'll be just like that. Like, some of the things I done prayed for, next thing you know, 2 days later, somebody calling me like, hey, you want to come here? I'm like, wow, I asked for this chapter of my life. I asked for this, That's why I had quit drinking for a while, because I knew that I couldn't control it. So I had to step away from it to get it out of my everyday life. Now, every now and then, I might have a drink, but, but did that come from my belief in Jesus, or did that become in the fact that I just wanted to say, I'm done? Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, when I just woke up one day and I just said, matter of fact, it was after one of them Lake Mary shows. I woke up that Monday and I said, man, this is stupid. And I just quit drinking. That was like in October. And I just really started back. And I really don't drink, like anymore like I used. Because if you know me, I used to be like a stone cold.
We know, man. Everybody know.
I know.
You know what I mean? But
if we had betting odds for the night, we would have betted that you would have came in drunk. If we had betting odds.
Oh,
yeah, you're certified, man. You got the blue check mark.
Well, I mean, I just knew that. I knew that I was I felt a lot better for myself not drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I think I was just drinking to try to die, to be honest with you. I'm just here, I might as well be drunk. It ain't shit else going on. Because I don't really give a fuck about a lot of things. Like, if you ask me a lot of stuff, like, people put in their emphasis and they got their opinions on the internet about, like, oh, and Black Lives Matter and all that. I'm not saying I don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter, but I know I'm not going down there and marching. And and why am I getting mad because of this here? If you're not gonna do nothing about it, shut the fuck up.
Right.
If you that mad about it, let's all team up together and the motherfuckers who killing them, let's go kill these cops. If you that serious about it, that's what they would have did back in the days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Black Panther Party,
X,
they would have killed. We coming to kill you. Mm-hmm. I know I'm not gonna go kill nobody, so I'm not finna sit here and put that energy into my universe. I feel, of course, sympathy for the people that it happened to, but I'm not gonna put myself in that position. Like, I'm not gonna be driving at night. The police call me, my hands out the window. You know where we live at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People keep playing stupid. You know that these motherfuckers is out to kill you.
Yeah. Why even play with it?
Why play?
Yeah.
Our chances ain't that good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, hey man, why you and all? Oh, you want to be on the show?
Yeah. They had this viral video and they said it was real, but they got the girl in the passenger seat filming her boyfriend.
He got shot, right?
Huh?
Didn't he get shot?
He didn't get shot, but he got tased and they were beating him and stuff like that. Because soon as the police come up to the door, because she was like, "Watch this, watch how the police is gonna act, because we're two black people." And he comes soon as he come up. "What you want, man? What I did? What the fuck you mean?" Come on, man. Yeah, but what is your time?
But see, this is
you
like,
asking for it.
I'm not taking sides. Like, to take a man's life is wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got to think, if you're a police officer, bitch, I'm just as scared as you.
Yeah.
And look at how you acting to me. You know what I'm
But that's
Pink has
one
a
of
good
my
point.
fundamental
Pink has a
things.
point, yeah.
If you're that scared, don't make the stop.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's not like a fugitive in gunpoint. You're pulling somebody over for a freaking headlight,
Speeding.
5 or 10 miles over the line,
Yeah.
and you're scared. You're that scared.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
The thing
Don't
is,
make the stop. If you can't do the job, don't do it.
don't do it. Period. But I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of police officers are like superhero motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the fucking losers in school.
They have that complex, yeah.
They were the losers in school.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, police officers were the losers in school who people, you know what I mean? Like, who wanted to be this cool person, but they didn't have the confidence to say, hey, bitch, I'm cool. That's what it was.
That's outrageous that he says that. Because I know a couple, and I hope they're not watching the show. That's accurate, man. That's dead on.
This is why I said I believe in psychology more than religion, because there's no coincidence to that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Another area where that sort of manifests itself is a lot of the people that you see in gyms that are like super bodybuilders were below average athletes.
Yeah.
And when they do
most
that,
definitely.
most real athletes don't get that big.
Hell no.
The majority, and what is it? It's rooted in like overcompensation.
Yep.
That they get to this point, it's like, now I'm this freaking guy, and look at the dude that was the varsity quarterback. He's 20 pounds overweight, and like probably whatever. That mentality that you're talking, the guy that wasn't cool in school and was kind of overlooked, whatever. Now he goes to a position where he has power and commands respect, and it's an overcompensation. And that overcompensation they take into the field, and it becomes a massive problem.
Yeah, whenever you see somebody with a Sergeant Slaughter buzz cut, you know that motherfucker is a lunatic. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
I remember Sergeant Slaughter.
I mean, but you got some that are like, they trying to save the world. They think that, like, okay, I'm going to stop him and I'm going to take this bad guy off the street. Like, your kid buys dime bags.
I'm about to say, it's the dime bag. We out just for to say that.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Take this off the streets. We don't need this dime bag of weed on the streets.
Yeah.
but
By any means necessary.
But and again, it's one of these things that that makes the thing at the school in Texas so annoying.
Yeah.
Is that Captain Tough Guy's going to be on the scene for a broken headlight in Winter Springs, but where are you when there's a live shooter in elementary school kids?
Yeah.
That's what you signed up for, whether you want to know it or not.
Yeah.
Protect and serve when it matters.
Yeah.
I think that, like,
James Harden, a policeman.
well, nah. I'm just thinking, like, I think that everybody should have some type of. I think it should be free of charge. If you don't want to give people free health insurance, that's understandable. But I think every American citizen should be allowed free mental health.
Yeah.
Cause people don't even understand. Like, it'll take time where you going through so much shit.
Yeah.
And
like
then you
therapy,
just,
like you need free therapy.
Yeah, free therapy.
Yeah,
free therapy. That's my bad.
No. It's similar, same.
But everybody in the world, I think it should be mandatory to do therapy.
Yeah.
I think that's tough, because I think like therapy's only gonna work when you're ready for it to work. And when it's kind of put on you, kind of like we talk about with the church when we were younger, both of us had a similar experience in the sense that, like, your kid, whatever, you're not particularly interested, but you have to go. You have to go. And I grew up as an adult to resent that having to go, and I don't go.
And you do everything that you want to do now. Yeah,
right,
I feel what you're saying.
Right. But there's a point in time when people, like,
maybe not
you're
mandatory.
ready for it. You're ready for it. You realize you haven't done things right, and things are getting away from you. A little bit like you just mentioned with the drinking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you reach a point on your own, and it's like, man, why am I doing this? And now you're open to maybe changing that behavior.
Well, like with the drinking, I was just like, I know I'm better than every comedian in Orlando, Florida. And y'all, like, you be like, oh, John is drunk. I probably wasn't even drunk. I'm just happy. So I really don't fuck with nobody. I just cut them all off and focus on me now, you know? But, like, maybe I was wrong for saying that it should be mandatory for therapy, but I think the option should be there.
Yeah. The availability of it, for sure.
Because a lot of people can't afford things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like if you ever like it's. I guess structure is people don't realize how important structure is, because a lot of people do not have structure at all. Yeah. Like I look at the things people buy. Like I look at Facebook, and people be like, "Oh, I just bought these Gucci sandals, and I just bought this Gucci whatever," and I just be thinking to myself, "That was $700 fucking dollars. That's a whole week worth of something for Gucci. Are you crazy?"
Yeah, for real.
Like I just never been the person to buy that. Like I shop at Ross, you know. I just want to buy something comfortable and keep going. I understand you want to stunt on people, but most people who want to stunt on you probably got very low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly low self-esteem. I had a friend of mine, her dad was a doctor for the Bucks when I lived in Tampa, and I remember one day I told her something like, man, that's because your self-esteem all fucked up. This when I was in my 20s. I never really understood about mental health, and she went off on me. She was like, don't you ever say that again, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, yo, you a beautiful girl. You drive like a damn Audi, but you don't value yourself at all. Yeah. And that's sad. That's when I really realized, like, everybody's brain don't work like mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know?
That's a massive thing. That you know, so many of the problems, like this like, is rooted in some sort of low or insufficient self-esteem. And like the thing we just talked about, when the unpopular kid turns into a police officer, the unathletic guy turns into the bodybuilder, those are all like often the person who stunts with a bunch of expensive stuff that they probably barely can afford. It's like it's all rooted in a not having enough self-esteem in who you are, what you can do, what you can offer the situation. And it's debilitating. And again, when you go another step, like that's always a central piece of like, you know, school shooters and people like that, like no self-esteem, you know, being shunned and all that stuff.
Well, I'm sorry. One thing I do love about myself is like I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care at all about like too much of nothing.
Yeah.
I care about the people I love and things of that nature, but like clothes and all of that it don't matter to me, you know. It just doesn't. It just don't matter. I don't care about it. I think because, like, to me, in my mind, I walk like this. You know what I mean? You gonna know who I am. What you do ain't gonna have nothing to do with who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be the same person every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how some people can go places and they become a chameleon to their environment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the same. Like, I used to wait tables, and I used to be in the back, like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? And, you know, that's mostly white people, and you got some gays in there. You know, that's why I love everybody, too. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to Pulse before, because one dude that we were working with, he had a party at Pulse. You know, because when you a server, we like a family. Everybody in there done went. I was with my chick, and I was in that bitch like this at first, and I was like, you look fucking stupid. Like, they're not going to jump on you and rape you, man. Just chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't know, like, going to a gay club is like, you meet to them. You know, you on our grounds, motherfucker. But that was like one of the best clubbing experiences I ever had.
That's what people say, man. People say that. I hear that a lot.
Because if you know you ain't gay, like, the thing is, the people in there, them dudes know that you ain't gay.
Yeah.
They know. For whatever reason, you invited in here, you know, like, have a fucking blast. Them motherfuckers was doing that shit there where they drop on the ground and shit. I was like, they are having a blast in here, man. And then my buddy Justin, he like a real friend of mine. He fucking sweet as Dixie Crystal. But that's my partner, though. You feel me?
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know, man. The world just crazy. I think people just need somebody to talk to, you know? Even if it ain't a licensed therapist, just somebody to, like, just listen. Yeah. That shit be like a
burden lifted. Yeah,
burden lifted. Like, I don't really care if you give me an opinion. I just need to know that you hearing me. I don't really care about your opinion. Just listen, you know. Whoever it is, you just let it go. That motherfucker ain't got to speak English, if you ask me. Just look me in my eyes while I'm talking. I don't know.
That's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope. We went a little bit over, man, but I needed that to finish out, man, because that was dope, for real. But once again, you guys have been on the bench podcast with comedian David Jolly. Look him up. Jolly, how can they find you on social media, man?
It's MRD Jolly, MRDJOLLY on any platform. TikTok, Instagram. I need to start doing Snapchat, but yeah, that's it. Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, just David Jolly. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be